Yeah, hold on. We're trying to get. We're trying to get him. We're just. Okay. Okay. It's recording. I think it's
Oh,
recording. Yep, it's
okay.
recording. Okay. Yep. Okay. Hello. This is the Jai Bino show. I'm in the Jamin show, and I'm on today with my producer Donald Poole, Derock Bowman, and myself, Jai Jamin Bino. This one, let's have us talk about our music and the interview with Babyface. Okay. Okay, Don. Please. Okay, Don. Can you tell me about how you met Babyface and we're gonna have us talk with you and Deck. Okay. So please start, Don, and then we'll go with Deck. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it was like I said, it was a passing situation. I met him in L.A. It was a party. I was out there with a friend of mine's named Bo. At the time, we were working for Maurice Starr when he had. I think he still had New Edition, New Kids on the Block. I think it was New Kids on the Block, and there was a party out there, and it was just one of those passing things where he was coming through, and I just said, "Hi, how are you doing?" And he said, "Hi," and that was about it. So it's not. I don't think it's nothing to probably he remembers,
Oh.
But
Right, but Maurice Starr also did New Edition.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he did New Edition too. I was with him near the end of that, and then when he did New Kids on the Block, I was in the studio with him for them, and
Right.
Also I went on tour with them also.
Right.
When they was younger, they were treacherous. Those guys tore up some
Of
some
course.
hotel rooms. I'm gonna tell you.
Of course. Of course.
Yes, because they was young. They came right out of Dorchester, where I grew up in Roxbury in Boston, and they was in Dorchester, which is more like the urban area,
Right.
And they, Maurice Starr just picked them up and showed them what to do, and they listened. He told me in L.A. He said, "You know what I told him?" I said, "What?" He said, "I told him, listen to me, and everything I want to teach you all, if you listen to me," he said, "I'll make you stars." That's what he
Right.
told me.
Right.
And I mean, today it's hard to do that with the youngsters, but I mean, back then, they listened, and they did what he told them to do, and look what happened. It was huge.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I would
I,
like to say, I'm
I,
sorry.
I've been to Roxbury quite a few times myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You went to the House of Hits? Was you in the House of Hits?
No, I just went through the community in the neighborhood. That's the ghetto part of Boston. Roxbury is the hard
Yes,
part
it is.
of Boston.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yep. That's exactly what I was brought up, right in the heart right there.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, that was the launching pad. My father was a producer, and he produced the first boy band, actually, that gave the inspiration to Maurice Starr, was called the Energetics.
Mm-hmm.
My mother actually named them. And they went on to be Planet Patrol. And it was
Right.
on Tommy Boy label in New York. And they did
Tommy.
Cheap Thrills, Play at Your Own Risk.
Right.
And one morning, we was eating breakfast. My brother, he was kind of low key about it.
Right.
He was kind of like Kenneth, he's kind of like laid back, you know what I mean? And
Right.
one morning, we're watching Soul Train, we eating grits and eggs, and we get ready to watch Soul Train, and it
Right.
comes on, and all of a sudden he goes like, Don is like introducing Planet Patrol. We all looking around at each other, because there's like 9 of us. We're looking at each other, and we look at TV, and we're like, "Oh my God, my brother's on TV." You know what I mean? So that was a great moment for my family at that time. That's when we realized that my brother was on to something. But
It's ironic.
what I would like.
It's ironic how you said 9 because there's 9 of us.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
In your family?
Yes, and I came from a musical family. I had uncles in the group Mighty Clouds of Joy, the gospel group Mighty Clouds of Joy. I had uncles.
Oh, Mighty Clouds of Joy. Yeah, very familiar. Yeah.
Sang with Zap Mirage. So so yeah. That's ironic how you said there's 9 because there's 9 of us.
Absolutely. And it was a blessing for him to stick with that music. And he gave me the inspiration to become a producer also, along with Kenneth, to be honest with you. And I do want to start out and just say thank you both for being here on the J-Man Show. I know you guys are busy. And we have a few questions that some of our audience, gave us some questions, and we have some of our own that we'd like to ask. Okay. And my first question is, how did you get the name Babyface? I know it, but I want to hear from you.
Did he get the name Babyface?
Yeah,
He got the name Babyface from Booster Collins.
that's right. That's absolutely right. Yeah, that's right. And the reason why is because he said he had a baby face.
Right. And you know, Babyface didn't like it at first. He didn't like the name. He got pissed. He didn't like the name.
Oh, really?
Right. He introduced him at a concert as Babyface, and he got pissed.
Oh, shoot. Wow. Wow. Absolutely. Because it's Kenneth Brian Edmonds. That's what it is.
Right.
You know? All right. And tell us a little bit about the group Manchild and the hit, Especially for You.
Manchild was a group that Babyface was in when he was a youngster. Him and his friend Daryl Simmons, which is a friend of mine, Daryl Simmons, who lives in Atlanta, Georgia. They was in the same group, Manchild, and that's where that name came from.
Oh, okay. And then they had a hit. When was that? 1977. That was a hit back.
Oh yeah. Oh man. What was the hit? Oh wow, we're going way back.
Yeah. I think it was 7.
Yeah.
And he had was in a band called Red Hot.
Right. Red
also.
Hot. Right.
Yeah, Red Hot too. Yeah. I'm gonna actually look up some of that. I want to see if I can find some of the songs.
That was in the latter years.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Right. That was before we reached the deal status.
Oh, okay, exactly. Oh, okay. That's cool. And someone wanted me to ask, later he played keyboards for the deal, right? So he was actually a keyboard player, not a vocalist?
No, he started out as a vocalist, but the deal had you had D. Bristol, you had Carlos Green, you had you had KO, and I mean they switched back and forth between D being on keyboards and Babyface being on keyboards, so they would switch in and out.
Oh, back and forth. Oh, okay.
Right.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. And I did not know that he wrote Slow Jam, Atlantic Star.
For Midnight Star.
For Midnight Star, I'm sorry, Midnight Star, yes.
Oh yeah.
Midnight Star. That was
concept make it sweet.
Yeah, play another slow jam. That was the jam right there. That was incredible. And also, too, I have to skip down to mine because this is a big one for me. Barbra Streisand. Working with Barbra Streisand, I'd like to know how that was because she was one of my favorite back in the days. Especially Evergreen was one of my favorite songs. I used to put a transistor radio underneath my pillow and go to sleep to that song. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's amazing. So I'd like to know a little bit about that. How was it in the studio working with her?
Man, Barbra Streisand is a diva. She's a diva. The diva's of divas.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was wonderful. It was wonderful working with her in the studio. I mean, there's only another person that I could put on that same scale of working in the studio with, and that would probably be when me and Face was in the studio with the Reaper.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Okay. Right. And how was that?
Oh, that was great, man. I mean, you know, two of the greats right there. I mean, so you can't, you know, it's hard to top. I mean, you know, I can't say nothing else.
Right, exactly. And also, Hitman David Foster.
Oh yeah.
You know, I actually went to go see Kenneth and David Foster here in Boston College Auditorium.
Right.
David Foster was doing a big promotion at the time.
Right.
And he brought on Philip Bailey. He brought on Kenneth, you know, and he said, there's only one person, because he was basically talking about all the hits he had, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he said, only one person beat me out. And he was like, and that's Kenneth. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, how many people? Because I'll be honest with you, this would probably be a 5-minute interview if we talk about what he hasn't achieved.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
what he hasn't achieved. You know?
Right.
And,
And it's
yeah,
I achieved a lot of that success with him because I've been with him since '87. So.
oh, really? Okay. Wow, that's great. You toured also with him?
Oh well, not with the deal, but I have toured with him. Yeah, in part of his band.
Oh, okay. I got you. I know that must be great. All right, Jaya, if you have a few questions and I can tidy up the next questions I'm going to be asking.
Okay. Oh, okay. So Derek, you said that that you're going to try and have us maybe have Don and I maybe in Babyface, right? Maybe try and meet him somehow.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
that would be excellent.
So that's
that would be excellent.
And Babyface already knows who we are now, right? He knows who I am, right? So yeah, you say no.
Oh yeah, I've sent him the interviews of us in the past. So yeah, he knows exactly who you are.
Okay, so now you can send him this interview, right? So he'll know who Don is now, right? Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. And we'll talk some more about it later. Okay. Okay. Now, Don. Now you told me that you also met the King of Michael Jackson, right? And Jackson, what was that like? Meet Michael Jackson. And Jackson.
Oh, it was amazing. It was actually surreal. Only because of the fact that it was unexpected. It wasn't like something that was set up. I was in New York with Maurice, and we was getting ready to start doing some recording in a studio there. And all of a sudden, the owner comes in, and he goes like, "Gentlemen, can I speak to you for a minute?" And we was like, "Yeah, sure." And he came over. He says, "Listen," he said, "I got Mr. J out here." And so we didn't know who he was talking about. He said, "Mr. J," and he was like, "Who?" And he was like, "Michael Jackson." He was like, "Oh, okay." And he was like, yeah, he has some emergency situation. He wants to use the studio, and I'll give you guys an extra like 10 hours or whatever if he can use it right now. So I looked at Maurice, and Maurice looked at me, and he said, "Yeah." And Maurice said, "Yeah, but under one condition." Maurice is like one of those spontaneous type guys.
Right.
Whatever's happening right at the moment, he's ready to say something. He was just like,
right.
Said, "Yeah." He said, under one condition. And then the owner said, "Yeah, what's that?" He said, "If we can meet him, okay,
right.
and talk to him for a couple of minutes." And he said, "I'll be right back." So he goes out there and he comes back. He said he agreed. So Michael came in and he sat down, and we basically talked with him for about, I would say probably it went on longer than that. It went on like 4 minutes. We talked with him and stuff. And, at that time he was doing, what was he doing? I think he just got done. He was doing I'm Bad.
Right.
Yeah, I'm Bad. Yeah. He's supposed to, he told us he's supposed to have did that with Prince.
Right.
And Prince turned him down.
Right.
Prince didn't do it. What I mean? He was just, he said, man, he said, I always liked Prince, but he said, I don't know, for some reason, he didn't like shout it out or disrespect him, but he just said, no, thank you. Didn't want to do it. Because Prince supposed to had sung the first verse
right
in the song.
Right.
And when he turned him down, Michael Jackson just went and did it. And of course it didn't beat Thriller, but it was up there.
Right.
It was definitely up there.
Right.
But yeah, that's what that was like, That was kind of cool.
And it's funny how you say Michael Jackson too, because we were the camp who was responsible for Face Records. We were the camp who was responsible for the diss track for Jermaine Jackson's "Word to the Bad" that Jermaine was talking about Michael.
Oh, okay.
But Jermaine wanted to put other stuff in the song, and we didn't want that to go in the song because he was really dissing Michael bad.
Really?
Yeah, and we didn't want that to go in the song. But the Jermaine Jackson song is called "Word to the Bad," and
Word to the Bad.
And also, where my house is out in Beverly Hills, Michael Jackson lives four houses away from where my house is now. That's where he died at, 4 houses away from my house out in Beverly Hills.
Oh, okay. Wow, really? That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, it's funny because throughout their whole entire history, seems like Jermaine and Michael was the closest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, Latoya was always the one that was kind of renegade that, you know, got in the press and said certain things.
Right.
That's kind of incredible that that Jermaine would do something like that. Probably at that time they were probably having a little something, I don't know. Because I heard Michael kind of distanced himself a little bit.
I mean, you know, this is like 93, 94. But, you know, you can go back and check the records. The song is called Word to the Bad. And
Word to the Bad. You know, write that down.
It was put out by our camp. It was put out by the LaFace crew. But Jermaine put things in the song that we didn't agree about. So we just wouldn't allow that to happen. So we covered it by putting other stuff in the song.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I got you. Let's talk a little bit about some of the film, because it seems like in the 90s, you all expanded into motion pictures.
Right.
And did some things. What was that called? Let me see. Josie and the Pussycat, Soul Food.
Wait to Exhale.
Wait to Exhale.
We got the Bodyguard soundtrack. So yeah. Boomerang.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yep. And the soundtrack also, the Prince of Egypt, right?
Right.
Yep, the Prince of Egypt. Yeah.
Right.
Wow. So tell us a little bit what's the difference between producing records and producing movies? Like, I mean, what's the difference?
It's basically the same. I mean, you go into the studio, you had the idea of saying, you know, the movie companies are coming at you, the movie directors are coming at you with the song, and they want you to go in the studio and come up with a concept for that movie. So what you got to do is you got to see the movie first. You go in,
absolutely.
See the movie first, then you build a song around that concept.
Absolutely. Yeah. I did a few of them, and that's exactly the way they did it. You know, they'll send you that, or they'll send you the part that they want you to write to, and then you just, you know, write the music around that. So what's the inspiration to come up with? You know, I wanted to know some of the inspiration to come up with some of the lyrics and some of the hooks that he come up with, because everything I listen to that he does, it's like the Midas touch. And I can tell, like even now when I listen to Slow Jam, when I listen to Slow Jam, I hear him, you know what I'm saying? I can hear him, you know? But the inspiration, like me, is a portal. Me, I can sit there and be trying to write, and I can't come up with anything. And then all of a sudden I can be laying in the bed. Then all of a sudden it'll hit me and I'll get up, and I just basically call it a portal. The portal opens up, and then the information comes down, and that's what my inspiration is. So I would like to know, what is his inspiration, you know, when it comes down to writing.
I mean, it works like it does with me and my partner now. We do it off of love. I mean, you know, if you notice, a lot of his songs about love.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Because that's what we're made of. So that's why that works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right. We're made of love. God made us all of love. So that's definitely what's gonna do it. You know.
You're right.
Okay. So that's
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's
yeah.
What I say. So okay. All right. You got any other questions?
No, I guess that's it though. I mean, I just want us to, you know, to meet, you know, face to face, you know, so we can talk about the interview, Babyface, you know, how we're gonna, you know, make that work, you know. Then, Derock, I also want to talk about the business, right? How we, I want them to know about the offer you made me, right? The business for New York, you know.
Right.
Talk about start about that. See if he's interested. Can you just tell Don about that, about the offer for New York, you know, working for the company, so Don knows about it, in case you want to.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, see, you know, I tell him, I mean, what you want to know?
Mm-hmm. He just wants to know, you know, about what we do, you know, about what I would do, you know, in case he's interested in it, you know.
Spokesman, representation, stuff like that.
Okay. Don, is that something? Is that something you want me that you'd be interested in doing? You and I together?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. So we can both do this together. Okay, I just want to know you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay,
Oh, I got a quick question. I got a quick question too. They, does he have an Interstate 65 in Indianapolis that is named
Yeah.
the Kenneth Babyface Edwards Highway?
Right.
That's amazing.
Right.
That's amazing. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I mean, I remember walking down 2 blocks away from my house, and I used to always honor that because that's a legacy that's going to be there. Even
Right.
when we're gone, that's going to be there. You know what I mean? Just like Martin Luther King Boulevard, you know what I mean? It's the same type of situation. And that's a major achievement. And I just would like to say to both of you all, thank you for the music that you all have blessed us with, because to me, music is a blessing from God, because whenever you're feeling down, you put on a song, it can actually take you to that magical place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Depending on the song, it can bring you to that magical place. And a lot of what you all created does that for a lot of people. A lot of my followers. I have 2.9 million followers on TikTok right now.
Right.
And I told them that I was going to do this interview. And to be honest with you, I still got a load of paper, you know, of questions, but I'm not going to go through all of them because I know you all are busy. But I just want to let y'all know how much you all are loved, and keep up the good work. Continue blessing us, because the music today, I wanted to ask you real quick. What do you feel about the music today versus the music that we grew up on, and, you know, in the way that we went about it? Do you feel that the music today has that same essence and has that same delivery and message that we grew up on?
No. I think the music that we wrote back in the day, you know, versus the mid '80s up to the early 2000s that, you know, me and the LaFace crew done. I mean, it's what's the word I want to say? It's it will never be repeated that way.
Absolutely. I don't think so either. Yeah. Well, I told Shante Moore the same thing. I mean, it's, you know, I'm glad that I was a part of it. And not a part of it, I lived it. Because these songs came out, and I can tell you where I was at when I first heard it. You know what I mean? Today, a song can play all the way through, and when it goes off, I won't even remember it.
Right.
I won't even remember what happened to chorus. What happened to the chorus, the hook? What happened to I learned something from this song.
Right.
You know what I mean? This song really struck me at my heart. You know what I mean? Or this song played when I met my wife. You know, what happened to that?
Right.
It's no more. So I am truly glad that I was able to live that. And I'm glad that you guys was a part of that and created that for the world. And that's something that's going to be here, even like I said, when we're all gone. So thank you very much for that. Thank you very much.
No doubt.
Okay. So Jahe, take it on home.
Okay, well, thank you. So I'm glad we got to meet. We all got to meet, you know, and talk, you know, and we're gonna stay in touch, you know. I think we should do one. I think we should do one more meeting once Derek tells us the date that we're gonna interview Babyface. Is that okay, Derek? Once you tell us the date, time, we can meet so we can discuss the interview.
Right. No, okay. Most definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll definitely stay in touch, you know, and we'll talk soon. Okay, God bless you. And this Dustin, Don's going to edit the interview and send it to maybe in a few days. Is that okay, Derek? You know, so he'll edit the interview and send it to you when it's done. Okay, so give me a few days. Okay, so you may make it a little hot. Okay, is that okay?
No doubt.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I like to. Once we get done with it, I like to edit it and make it all look really nice, and then we'll send you all a copy.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what's up. And
all right.
Don, let me say one more thing. Let me say one more thing before we go off. But you know, talking about the music, you know, you were talking about the music, and you said you would like to thank us about the music that we done back in the day. But you know, we had fun in the studio when we was at the Face working with people like Tony Braxton, TLC, Usher, the Goody Mob, Outkast.
Right.
I mean, you know, and the list goes on. So I mean,
Yeah,
we had
I
fun.
seen the list.
Right, you seen
Yeah,
the list.
I
Yeah,
seen the list. Woof. Man, y'all have. That's why I said we could have a shorter interview talking about what you haven't done. I mean, I
right,
sat there and went through it all, and I was like, he worked with everybody. But
right,
that's what it's about. When God had blessed you fully, and
right,
you are on the right path with the blessing that He's given you. You know what I
right,
mean? You have to realize that. Some people got a blessing. I had females come inside my studio, and they get up in there, and they was friends of the person who was auditioning. And the
right,
one who was auditioning, she was all right. She was okay, but she was like, well, my friend sings a little bit. And I was like, okay, you want to sing? She was like, yeah. And she gets in there, and she blows us away. And I was like, oh, we would like to definitely work with you, And she was like, oh, no, I'm going to college, and I'm going to do that. I was like, well, you can still go to college and still do this on the side, you know what I mean? Or something like that. So some people don't grab a hold of that blessing. But I feel when you grab a hold of the blessing that God has given you, and you sit there and get tunnel vision, you go straight for it, He bless you all the way. And that's what I see with you guys. For real. You all answered.
right, right. But Ice-T, who me and him came up through the ranks in California when I was in California my teen years. Ice-T always told me, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Ice-T. Ice-T always told me, he said, Derock, every door of opportunity that opens, walk through it.
That's right. That's absolutely right. That's right. Because it might not come again, or it might only come once.
Right, right.
It might only come once. And if you turn it down that one time, you might not ever get a shot again.
Right, right. So
you got to go for it. Even if you got fear or whatever, just tighten up and you know what I'm saying? Grab the bull by the horns and go ahead and do it.
Right.
Just go ahead and do it.
Right.
Because my thing too is definitely, to be honest with you, is love songs. Love songs too. I just love doing. I do dance stuff too, but the love stuff I really like because it touches the emotion of all of us as human beings.
Right.
It really does. And then if you're parallel with your lyrics, see, some people can write good music and their lyrics is down here.
Right.
Some people can write good lyrics and their music's down here. But when you got them both up here,
right,
you're all set to go.
Right.
All right. And that's what you guys got. So all right. So listen, we will talk to you all soon, and y'all keep up the good work. And until we see you all again, all right. God bless you.
God bless you. Okay. Thank you again. Take a sale. God bless your eyes.
Peace.
Peace. Take care.
Hey, Jai, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was fantastic. Of what? Oh, I don't know. Let me see. What? I thought you recorded it. All right, well, just check and see, okay? And then get back to me. Okay. All right.
Don, you there? Hi, Don. It's me. Don, can you go back in? Can you go back on your computer and stop the meeting because it's still recording? You know, remember you have recorded. Remember, I made your host. I made your host, right? That's why.